There folks, so it is time for oily resolution number 14, and don't mind the pit bull in the back. Say hi, Tyson. You know, he is following me around tonight, so I figured he would just have to be a guest in our video. So my focus tonight is the doTERRA Touch series, and the doTERRA Touch consists of, and I don't have the box anymore, it has since been destroyed from moving it around and using it so much, but it consists of 9 blends, or 9 oils that are already diluted in coconut, fractionated coconut oil. And, you know, if you're on the website, you can search for doTERRA Touch Kit. I will put my my website link down below and share some other information. But it comes in, you know, it's one kit. You get all 9 of them. And these are top oils, kind of the hot oils, the ones that everybody wants, you know, and it's kind of the basic starter kit in a way. These are the oils that have a lot of the most common uses and ones that people can kind of jump into right away. Now, the awesome thing about these, the Touch series, is that again, you truly open the box, you get it in the mail, and you are ready to go. They are 9 milliliter roll-on bottles. You just take the cap off, and it has a roll-on, and you can apply it wherever you want. This is Melaleuca, so I got a little pimple right there. We'll just put some on. There you go. And that's it. And Jen, look how easy this is. I don't even have my fancy tool, and I popped it right off. Okay, and that's that. And you can pop it on. Now, the different oils. The reason that dilution is good and can be beneficial is that it actually helps to disperse the oil into a larger surface, and so it diffuses at a faster rate. I mean, it's absorbed at a faster rate, because if you're just putting the oil neat, like on my skin here, that's the only place it's going to diffuse. But if I mix it with an oil, a carrier oil, like fractionated coconut oil, and fractionated coconut oil is used most often because it's less oily and it doesn't really interact with a lot of the oil's properties like some of the other oils can. However, there are lots of different oils that you can use. But fractionated coconut oil just happens to be one of the most common. And fractionated simply means that it is liquid form. It stays in liquid form. It doesn't get solidified. So, at any rate, the reason that helps is because it disperses when you roll that on. You're getting oil in all the area that you rolled on, not just that little part that you might have put the oil on neat, which is what a direct application is called. And so it does really help with that absorption, so that you kind of get that absorption in a more even and wider surface. Now, as far as where to put the oils on your body, I mean, that is up to everyone. I tend to like to put them on my wrist. I'm not really sure why. I think because most of the time I do like to get the aromatic benefits of those oils. Sometimes I will put them on the kind of the base of my, right at the top of my neck, base of my brain area, so that it can kind of be absorbed and kind of get to my brain. Some of the oils will break that blood-brain barrier a little bit faster, but one of the most common places of application is the bottom of the feet. Your blood vessels are a little closer to the surface there, and the absorption is sometimes a little bit not, I don't want to say faster, but it might be a little bit quicker. And then research shows doTERRA is incredibly transparent with their research, and that's one of the cool things I like about it. I mean, being an English teacher, the science of this, biology was my favorite science. So all of the science behind and, even some of the chemistry of it is just fascinating to me. But, reading some of the science blogs on doTERRA's site, depending on the properties of the oils, they can hit your cells, the cells of your body, in 10 minutes to 20 minutes, which is, more than can be said for a lot of other ways to treat and to deal with other symptoms and conditions. So, essential oils have been shown and definitely have some strong benefits, and diluting them definitely is a benefit to kind of helping them get to where they need to be in the best way possible. Now, as far as what's in the Touch Kit, peppermint lavender definitely are there. Peppermint, you know, it's uplifting. It can kind of give you that little burst of energy. If I've often used it if I have a little head tension. I can kind of put it on my temples. It kind of gives me that boost, and has a cooling effect as well, which so that, you know, sometimes if I have a friend that I think I mentioned in earlier videos uses these for hot flashes, and it does cool the body and make those a little bit more manageable. The lavender is the soothing blend. So this, you know, I have a friend that uses this on her boys' feet at night. She has 3 little babies, 3 little boys. And so she would use this on their feet in the evening just to kind of help them calm down and give them promote some relaxation and help them fall asleep a little bit easier. It's also good for skin conditions. You know, if you get a burn, I have a little cut, a paper cut, and I've been rubbing it on there all day, you know, just to give it some of that little relief from the lavender. But lavender is good for those types of issues as well. And, you know, trying to, you know, a couple people, Kate, and mentioned that her doctor had mentioned using lavender for her cute little baby, since he's teething on his, you know, right on the cheek and the jaw area. So lots of those things, lots of applications for lavender. And although that sounds strange, you're not putting it in the mouth, it will be absorbed into that area. And so it will be able to give some relief in that sense. The next one is Melaleuca. Melaleuca is more commonly known as tea tree oil. It's good for skin. It's good for cleansing. It's good for, that's another one you could put on, you know, your jaw. And I use this a lot for blemishes. I'll just kind of walk by my oils downstairs, and, you know, if I have one, every time I walk by, I just remember to put a little dab on there. And, you know, my husband uses this one a lot of times. You know, he works outside, he gets that sweat rash around his hairline, and he will use that to take care of that, and it really does help to keep that under control. The next one is frankincense, and to steal a line from so many other oilers, you know, if it was good enough for baby Jesus, it's good enough for me. And frankincense is kind of your go-to oil. I mean, think about it, folks. It's been around since, you know, biblical times, and probably prior to that if they had it already being used at that time, right? So, you know, it's kind of that oil that you go to if you're not sure what to use. You don't really have other oils with you. You know, frankincense is kind of an oil that you can depend on. It really is a drop of frankincense a day. It is, and maybe not in this format, in the straight frankincense, you know, frankincense helps with cellular function and cellular health. You know, I rub this on your feet every day. And it also can help with relaxation and mood. I found that a lot of the oils do have that property, that they can help with promoting relaxation and promoting, you know, your senses becoming more in tune and relaxing and giving you a sense of peace, because they are working with your body's natural chemistry and helping you to kind of get back in the groove. So that's frankincense. And then you also get in this kit Digest Zen, which I've talked about, the Digest Zen tabs. This is the oil form. I carry one of these in my purse along with the Digest Zen tabs, which are my go-to. But a lot of times if I have you know, having stomach rumblings or other digestive issues, I will just take this and rub it kind of on my belly, around my belly button area, and it absorbs there, and it's closer to the area in which I'm experiencing the discomfort, so it helps to kind of get it there a little bit faster. And then the deep blue, which I have talked about before. So this again is, you know, if you have muscle tension, I use this a lot right kind of in here. Past tense, which I talked about, I use more for kind of head tension and muscle tension, but I do use the deep blue. You know, I've been using it on this broken foot of mine. You know, right in the area where it's broken, I rub in the oil and kind of massage it in the evening. So this is definitely the soothing blend for the discomfort you may have for any aches and pains. And then we have Breathe, which is the respiratory blend. And this is, you know, for those stuffies and seasonal yuckies and all of that. And sometimes I will just put this right under my nose so that I'm inhaling it. Similar to the Breathe Vapor Stick, which I talked about. You can rub it on your chest. You can rub it on the bottoms of your feet, put your socks on at night, and then, you know, be able to reap the benefits of that. So we have the respiratory blend in a touch bottle as well. and then the On Guard, which everybody knows we love our On Guard now. And the moment that I feel something coming on, I grab this and I rub it everywhere. Sore throats, if I'm performing or singing, and I will use the On Guard right, just right on my throat to kind of ward off any of that tension and whatnot between and from using my voice and whatnot, but also from kind of working and being a little bit more run down. It definitely keeps even wards off those types of illnesses. So On Guard is definitely something to keep on hand, because it not only helps with immune boosting elements, but it can also just kind of help whenever you're feeling run down in other ways as well. And then the last one is oregano. And oregano might seem like an odd oil to have in with all these others. We think of oregano, we think of, the herb for cooking. But there's a reason why people, a lot of these herbs have been used. We have a whole series of herb oils: rosemary, thyme, basil, oregano, marjoram, coriander, cilantro. All of those herbs, if you think about in history, the medicine doctors and whatnot, they've used these natural plants because they recognize the health benefits and the way that they can assist our bodies in building a stronger immune system. And so oregano is one of those. And oregano supports our whole cellular function. It has cleansing properties, and so it's really a great oil to have on hand, and one that you just rub a couple in the morning, rub it on the bottom of each foot, and then you kind of get that benefit every day. A lot of times my touch oils are down in my office space / workroom, and so when I'm working and I get up to get another cup of coffee or whatnot, I just grab one and say, oh, I haven't used my oregano today, and rub it on. And so the thing to remember about oregano is that this is already diluted. It's in the fractionated coconut oil. It is ready to go. If you do purchase the 15 milliliter bottle, it is a hot oil, which means it can burn your skin if you put it on neat. I am lucky enough to not have reactions to a lot of those oils. However, the hot oils will definitely cause you some issues with your skin, and you need to use oil to get oil off. The one time I thought I could be cool and use oregano and not dilute it, and let me tell you, I was in the kitchen trying to find something, olive oil, vegetable, something just with oil to get it. I put it on my neck, and it did not go well. So please, heed those warnings. The scientists and the people that have studied these oils and have created them and processed them and distilled them for us so that we can use them. They give us those safety warnings for a reason. So please be aware that oregano in this form is fabulous. You're good to go. Please always do a test patch, though, of any oil to make sure that you don't react to it. But it definitely, in this form, these are all ready to go. Great for vacation. What oils do I take? Oh, what do I do? That's an easy thing to throw in the suitcase, in the bag. Keep it in the car, so that you have it there if there's ever a time that you would need them. And that, my friends, is Oily Resolution number 14, to get yourself a touch kit, or to get at least, 1 or 2 of the oils you could start with. If you want, you can buy them individually. But like I said, they do come in the touch kit, so you get them all. And then you're ready to go. You can start to explore. As I said, though, these are diluted with fractionated coconut oil, so they're not something that you would want to put in water or anything of that sort. But that's another resolution, talking about some of those other oils that you can ingest. So with that said, folks, if you have any questions, as always, please ask, and I will see you tomorrow. Stay oily, my friends.